Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the August 3rd meeting of the Oklahoma City Water Utilities Trust. And that we would like to welcome our new member, Sharon Voorhees, to the trust.
Wow.
Thank you for
Didn't even
serving.
see her.
Thank you.
We look forward to this.
Sharon and I served together on the committee that revised the city charter and sent it to
I
vote.
heard that.
And she did a tremendous job and was really helpful.
With Mark, huh? Wow.
Yes, it was a pleasure. I really enjoyed it.
Item 2 is consideration of nomination, election of a vice chairman.
Mr. Chairman, if I could, I would like to make a nomination. I would personally like to nominate the Honorable Mark Stonecipher. I've worked with him on many committees, trusts, of course on council together as well, and the guy carries a lot of water and pretty intelligent too, so I guess no pun intended by carrying a lot
I'll
of
second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second to make Mark Stonecipher vice chair. Please vote.
He voted against himself.
I don't think it matters. There we go, and it passes 5-0. Thank you. Congratulations, Mark. Next up is the approval of the minutes of the July 20th meeting. Are there any comments or is there a motion?
I'm going to abstain because I was not at that meeting.
All right. Please vote. It passes 4 with one abstention. Next up, item 4 is the consent docket. There are 12 items, some contract awards and amendments, some change orders, some software awards. Are there any items on the consent docket that any of the trustees would like pulled for individual consideration? Then is there a motion for the consent docket? We have a motion and a second. Please vote. And it passes 5-0. Next up is a concurrence.
Is it on presentation?
It's on PrimeGov.
It looks like it's on presentation. At least up there.
Here we go.
Good.
Excellent. Next up is consent docket. There are 3 items. They are joint contracts with the City of Oklahoma City. There are no AQUIT funds involved in any of these 3 items. Are there any of the items that the trustees would like to discuss individually? Oh, I'm sorry, concurrence docket. Did I say consent? Concurrence docket. Hearing none, is there a motion and a second? There is. Please vote. And it passes unanimously. Item 6 is an emergency contract. This is for a sanitary sewer repair in an area where there was a couple of washouts due to the heavy rains. An emergency contract requires 4 affirmative votes for approval. The emergency contract, something happens quickly, they need outside resources to do it. They still go through a competitive bidding process. It's just not all of the criteria as spelled out in the Oklahoma Competitive Bidding Act. And so with that, the item 6 is up. Are there any questions or comments regarding item 6? Is there a motion? We have a motion and a second. Please vote. And it's passed unanimously. Items for individual consideration. Mr. General Manager, we have a solid waste item regarding bags.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Back in April of 2020, during COVID, we stopped picking up bag trash as a recommendation of the CDC to limit the exposure to our employees. Since then, we learned a thing or two about ourselves. First of all, without picking up bag trash, we limit the injuries, or we eliminate the injuries related to the drivers getting out of the truck, picking up the bags and throwing them into the truck. Now, our trucks are mechanized, so they're designed to pick up the carts. So the elevation that the driver has to throw these bags is about 8 feet in the air. And that's the number one cause of injury among our workers. We had over 453 lost days related to picking up bag trash. Secondly, the volume of trash increased significantly when people started working from home, and we were able to collect all that trash without adding resources. So without picking up the bags, we are much more efficient. Third, we pay Waste Management quite a bit to collect those bags, but yet our customers also pay the same price. So we're subsidizing the high volume customers with everybody else. So if customers have the 2 blue carts and the 1 green cart and they set bags out, they pay the same rate as all the other customers. So we want to create equity among all of our customers. And so in doing that, we need to put together a resolution, or we have put together a resolution to amend the ordinance so we no longer collect those bags. We have provided a number of customers with extra carts during COVID. If those customers choose to keep those carts so they don't put any bags out at the curb, we will begin charging them. It's $2.25 per cart per month. So if they choose to keep those carts, we'll start charging them. We'll give them a month's notice after the ordinance passes, which will be around the 1st of November, and then we'll notify them that they'll need to
Chris,
begin paying.
could you go through again just what our standard, the base service level is without additional fees? And then that additional fee applies both to recycled carts or the big blues, right?
Right. So currently, for the base fee, customers get 3 carts. They can have 2 blue and 1 green. They can have 1 blue and 2 green. Also, we pick up bulky once a month, included in that fee. So if a customer wants an additional cart, it's $2.25 per month for that additional cart. So at this time, we recommend approval of this item, Mr. Chairman, and then if you all approve, then we will submit it to the City Council for consideration.
Having 3 carts for that rate is a number of things. One, it's the most, and that with the bulky waste and the landfill days, it's the most comprehensive solid waste collection in the metro area. And we would require everybody to have it, which limits illegal dumping. If you have the service, there's no incentive. If we're picking up 3 carts, there's really no incentive to go dump it in a borrow ditch somewhere. So it does work really well. Obviously, the trust has no authority to pass an ordinance, so what we're doing is passing a resolution that will go to council, asking the council to pass the ordinance. Are there any questions for the general manager? Hearing none, is there a motion for the item? We have a motion. And a second. Please vote. And it passes unanimously. Thank you. General manager reports.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't have any reports today, other than all the lakes are completely full, but I would like to welcome Trustee Voorhees. Thank you very much for agreeing to serve. We're looking forward to working with you. And I would like to congratulate our new vice chairman. Thank you so much for agreeing to serve as vice chairman. And with that, I have nothing else to report, Mr. Chairman.
All right. I'm not aware of any citizens signed up to speak.
Skipped items from trustees.
Oh, items from trustees. Are there any items from the trustees? All right. I'm not aware of any citizens that signed up to speak. So therefore,